Hey Randy,
Hello.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What's up with crop circles, man? Is that like
Nah, it's they're human origin, you know. It's there's no new geometry presented. It's only in geometry. They don't speak freaking English or French or German.
how does a human do that overnight?
Well, now that gets
How
into
do you put a
technology.
pattern on something like that that can only really be seen from above? I don't get it.
Well, you could lay it out with a literally a string.
So you're telling me a bunch of gremlins come out at night, humans, and like do
That
this?
might be one way. It might be if you wanted to go high tech, you could say it was a tractor beam that was be able to suppress the or press down a gravity beam, you know. I mean that way it would be at least a good story, but otherwise it's like okay, I saw a book. Let's say I had 100 crop circles in it. Do you think I'm a better person? Do you think that I have
Relevant. You
achieved
just
some
have
hundred?
no. Doesn't make you a better person. It just makes you somebody who has a little bit
That's
more.
all this. That's all this sacred geometry thing. There's no such thing.
So Robert Stanley, Dr. Robert, what bless his heart. Like he's gone.
Yeah,
He used to talk about that all the time. I went to a Rudolf Steiner school. Was Rudolf Steiner
yeah,
out of his mind?
yeah.
We
But
weren't allowed to watch
you
the
think
TV.
about, yeah, you think about what they're telling you, and you go, "Wow, sacred geometry, dopamine," and then you go, "You want pizza for dinner?" In other words, it has no lasting effect to alter your course through life. How's that?
I don't know. The only lasting effect it has is feeling left out because you don't understand something somebody else is talking about that makes them seem enlightened, so you feel left behind. There's that.
Well,
There's the cortisol.
I feel left out all the time. I think people should buy me dinner occasionally or something.
I told you if you come here, I'll bake all kinds of stuff that I won't eat, and you can deal with
Yeah.
that. I'll get on the come.
I have never been invited to a White House dinner. And
I
I gotta
can't
ask,
imagine why.
and I can't imagine why I wouldn't and how they have not rectified their oversight. So, but you know, it's the same thing with the crop circles and some other things going on. You know, the truly amazing thing is that if there was anything alien that would occur, it would be beyond our conscious ability to comprehend. And by virtue of that, we would know it was alien.
So, like, if something with three heads that was the color purple, that would self-replicate and drop like 15 eggs that was not a worm, showed
Right?
up and started walking around and handing you the baby and asking if you could like, watch that while they go get an Earth Starbucks, like that, then do we have an alien?
Well, I can't tell if you were describing Elon or actually an alien at that point, but I will take it under consideration that there might be an alien at that point. And of course, at that point, everything you described basically prohibits anything such as communication. Now
Time to start doing the
that's
exercise.
a serious meditation. It may take you a few hours to get over that one, right?
I
You
can't
might
disappear.
get
It's
funny.
not working, Randy. Ugh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
when did that particular meditation, I was driving into Mexico afterwards about midnight.
I was gonna say you're not doing that while you're driving, are you? Oh my
I
goodness.
know we did it, and then 2 or 3 hours later, I got in my car, and I was doing 100 miles an hour down the freeway, and I look, and I was doing about 5 miles an hour. It's like it's a heavy drug. So, you know, the purpose of all meditation is basically drug yourself. So, and of
Right. So
course,
that you don't have to be addicted to the stuff
yeah,
they're serving up.
yeah, and of course, marriage, politics, religion, a few other things we throw in there all do the same thing. It's called the numbing effect, right?
Wasn't that what they were trying to do in Canada? Numb people out
Oh
completely?
yeah, 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 yeah. It's like, don't you remember? Go do something else. Go do something else.
Take a nap,
Actually,
see what happens.
actually, go have fun. Go be Elon, right? Blow something
I'm
up.
Elon. Where is Elon gone? If I can be Elon, then where does he go while I'm replaced?
Oh, just as a side note,
Oh,
I decided to go down to Texas to that facility he built there. And it is a movie prop. I guarantee you it's a movie prop. The infrastructure that would allow for those kind of rockets, and that's why they keep blowing up, by the way, is the infrastructure's not there. And the equipment and everything. I have pictures. I took photos. And you look at some of the telemetry stuff, it's like this is just old wrecked stuff from NASA years ago. And the crazy part was there was a NASA truck parked across the road from Elon's facility, and a lady with this big old camera photographed. And I go, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "We're trying to find out about, And it's like, well, couldn't you just ask or something? It was the craziest thing in the world. It's a movie prop, I guarantee you. And it's just like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. If you were a scientist and actually wanted to pursue rockets at that facility, I got news for you. It ain't happening. But it's entertaining.
I used to drive for Lyft, and I picked up a lovely lady and her son from a medical procedure and drove them down to Hawthorne or wherever they lived. And we were driving by, and he said, "Oh, look, there's SpaceX." And I turned around and I looked, and so I thought, "Oh, wow, I just drove by SpaceX." I dropped them off, and then I drove right back and drove around it a couple times.
Yeah,
The property's really big, and then they've got this tube. I guess that's a hyperloop. The hyperloop.
yeah.
I mean, isn't the hyperloop the same thing as the maglev tunnels that everybody says is under there? That
No, it's just a pneumatic tube like they used to send the.
the money up and down at the
Yeah, yeah.
department store.
J.C. Penney's, Wards all had the little pneumatic
Right. The
tube.
drive-through bank had the same thing. The little thing that
Yeah.
goes through the.
And what else has it? The John Wick movies. See?
Yeah.
That's where they
Okay.
grab onto a previous reality or construct and drag it into the movie current to give it some continuity. Okay.
Dragging and dropping files
Yeah.
on a
Drop.
computer. Drag and drop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's very entertaining. Like I said, I just think the world fails to appreciate all the efforts that have gone into, you know, corrupt their consciousness. That's the best language. Except for Coors, who should definitely sponsor us as
Oh, we're back to that, are
a
we?
sponsor. Yeah. See if they would just sponsor us, maybe we could in some way influence people to not include them in the overall dumbing down of humanity. How's that?
Here we go. Coors, Colorado, Denver Airport.
Oh
Listen,
no, don't go there. Been there.
been there, done that.
No, I was supposed to be one of the project managers for that. I actually moved to Denver to work on that project.
The Denver Airport?
Yeah, and then they shut it down, and for 18 months, and theoretically no construction was going on while they were in revision, and that's when I went on to other projects. And that's when all kinds of things went on day and night. Right?
Well, okay, all kinds of things going on day and night. Now it sounds like we're in Sedona. Like it's not.
Oh, Sedona. I was in Sedona, and if you go west and then go north a little bit, there's this little valley where they built like 30 or 40 homes and an entrance to an underground facility that they're always talking about. And so, me being me, I drive up to the gate and go, "I'm here to inspect." And they go, please turn around and exit the property.
You didn't flash them any like CIA,
Yeah.
FBI
Well,
three
I
letter.
gave them my ID and everything, and they go, "You'll have to please exit the property." So,
At least they didn't shoot at you.
who lives in
Just
those
snipers.
houses, right? Who goes in and out of that facility? Oh, we can't tell you that, right?
Aliens.
No, well, or Republicans or Democrats.
Same
What's the
thing.
difference? What's the difference, right?
Exactly. They're all those are the reptilians everybody talks about.
Yeah,
I think is people with like little snake brain
yeah,
trying to eat its own tail for fun. I don't know. They do it underground so nobody can see them.
yeah,
Contort.
yeah, yeah.
Like, what do they do down there? What is Sandia Labs? What is that? And why Wright Patterson? Like,
I'm,
what is going on? What like is there anything to um hybridized human species being something underground so that
okay.
like what the hell is that all about?
Uh,
Yes.
when I was 5 years old, my dad took took me to New Mexico while he was working on a project at Sandia Labs, and they were these are all construction projects I worked on.
How
Or
old
with,
were you when that happened? Are you like a young guy?
I was five. He was
Okay, that's right. You just said you were five.
26 or 7 at that time, you
Okay,
know.
so it was bring your Randy to work day.
Yeah, yeah. But and then later Los Alamos, and both of them work on extremely what do they call it? Leading edge technology and experiments. Okay. And everything that is forbidden in what we call normal research and development is not forbidden to them. So that's where you got the cloning. That's where you get all the dark projects. That's where you get all the stuff that people entice you with as being super secret. And I could tell you more, but in other words,
What?
none of it.
What? They
Yeah.
have to send aliens to abduct
None
you?
of it, none of it has any application to you because it's so secret that nobody can talk about it and nobody can know about it. So look, I'm going to talk about something nobody knows about or talks about. It's the same thing as alien language. What would I learn from it? Okay. And then you're going to believe there's whistleblowers. You wouldn't believe what they do to people out there that, you know,
Oh,
can
but but
talk
you
out
know,
of
the
school.
nicest thing is to give somebody a heart attack. That's probably the
Oh,
most
yeah.
so way,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
So,
the other things that, you want to go see a John Wick movie to watch what they do to people. Like, I don't know.
yeah. But it's the idea that you would go and learn something from them at that level should be
That's why
kept.
they kill people because they don't want anybody to learn anything like that at that level.
Well, yeah, because just like
So
I,
how are they not the they that's actually made our government their
yeah, they are the they. There you go. We always want to know who the they are. They are the they.
this is what I've been saying. It's like all the Sandia, Lockheed, all these people who, human life and the well-being of anything is really secondary or not non-existent
Yeah.
because of their trajectory is more important than anything. But what drives, I mean, is that an individual who's driving that bus? Is that a
And,
conglomerate of individuals who have a
no, it's fragmented out and nobody knows who's driving the bus. I'll give you an example like their genetic experiments. I,
right?
all that got started, then you had Dolly, then it disappeared, and that's how you tell when technology disappears. And and then they decided to take it 8 ways to Sunday, and each time they did a derivative, another group of people would take control of it. I've seen this, right? And the outcome is just like this morning, me at the Waffle House. There is your genetic gene pool at the Waffle House this morning. Anybody can go check it out on any given day. and look around and go, this is my gene pool. And at that point, you probably want to go home and change your, like, what do you call it? Being a human.
Go find a CRISPR machine so that you
Yeah,
can pop in and fix
go
it.
be something other than human because there's just not a lot of inspiration, let's say, in the gene pool that I saw this morning. Although there is a lot of novelty, meaning I have never seen anything like that before. Welcome to
Wow.
the world. Welcome to the world.
Yeah, I wonder if people will be saying that after they watch our show. Wow, I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah,
There are definitely analysis shows, but nothing quite like what we're doing.
yeah, yeah. I think people should do drugs and go to the Waffle House at midnight on a Friday or Saturday night.
And maybe you'll see an actual alien.
And it is the only show that would be better than ours. So there.
Okay, Waffle House. Maybe they should sponsor us. Forget Coors
Oh
beer.
yeah. Yeah, that would be a good one.
All
Right?
these places. Waffle
Oh,
House.
yeah, the only show dedicated to genetic diversity in all its forms is the Waffle House. I could do a commercial for them. So,
Well, I'll call them right away. Madison Avenue is just a few blocks from here. I can stomp down there with our campaign and see if what
uh,
happens.
worlds within worlds.
I'll get
Thank,
arrested.
thank
Probably
you.
get a temporary restraining order on me, maybe permanent restraining order. Oh, here she comes again with that song and that ad.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
That's it.
Well, I think we've worn out our welcome with the world. And, oh,
But not with each other, Randy.
yeah. And as far as the Middle East goes,
Oh,
I'm
we're back to the last one.
an expert in bromance intervention. If, 3 or 4 people want to get together and have somebody kind of work things out, give me a call.
Maybe the Ayatollah should call you.
Yeah. Nate,
If Donald Trump doesn't want to call you
yeah.
and if
Yeah, we got to
uh,
expand our audience to include, people that, may be a new market for us. Okay.
Kim Jong-un would come talk to you.
We could talk about Food Channel.
What kind of food do you think Kim Jong-un likes?
I don't know, but boy, he eats a lot of it.
Clearly,
Yeah, I could help him with that.
you can help
Weight,
all these people.
see, weight intervention would be a whole new market for me, right?
Sure. When
I
the
mean,
world domination games,
look at look at look at
you can decree all you want when we have the
hey,
world domination games and you're in charge.
look what we have. Jong-un, or whatever you call it, and Trump.
Prestidigitation.
Well, they obviously might want to look into Weight Watchers if they were so inclined. But then you have Putin and the Ayatollah, and they're maintaining a healthy weight. So,
Maybe they should drink some Coors beer and go
yeah,
to the Waffle House because it's
yeah,
an all
there
inclusive.
you go. That's how we resolve the Middle East. Waffle houses and Coors beer. Thank you. Good night.
See you next week.